Hey, what's happening, everybody? My name is Haydn Adams with A Designer Who Codes. In today's tutorial, it's a little quick one. I want to show you how to properly update Gatsby CLI. By default, if I copy and paste this, I'm going to run into error messages. And I'm on a Macintosh. I want to show you how you have to do one little extra thing to properly run updates from your CLI or your command line interface. And with that, let's get started. All right, welcome back. If you're new to command line interface usages, you might have seen me use this in the past in my videos. It can be intimidating, especially when it's like, well, I don't know what to do because there's no information telling me what to do. It's difficult. So if I were to do this by default, if I run this npm ig to update, if I copy and paste this, let's see what happens. And chances are probably good to great that it's going to fail because it doesn't have super user access on my computer. Now this is a good thing. The Macintosh is actually built upon Unix. And what this does is this allows me to have really good security. Well, it's so good of security that it doesn't work by default. But at first you're like, wait a second, what's going on? So I'm going to pause this video and I'm going to come back when it hits the error messages. And sure enough, oh, problem. It was like warn. See, there's my npm Gatsby. The problem with this is I didn't use the term sudo. And it's sudo. I'm going to paste it back in. And what it's going to ask for now is my password giving me permission or super user access to my computer. Don't worry, it's okay, it's just Gatsby. But when I do this, I'm gonna let it run while I'm talking. So what this is gonna allow me to do is notice how it didn't have access to certain folders, especially some user local library node modules, Gatsby CLI. It was rejected by my operating system and its permissions were denied. So I have to use the word sudo and put my password in. This is a good thing. This is security. So let me actually move this to the left a little bit while this is running. I went looking on the internet for a reason or an explanation why this is. And there's a great site. Oh, where'd I thought I had it. Oh, darn. Wait, here it is. The wrong minimization folder. So your system is based upon Unix. And check it out. If we go back over here, by the time I started talking, success. We have a winner. So if you just want to know that answer, we are done. But I kind of wanted to go a little bit deeper and explain what the heck sudo is and why this little word make or break the updates to Gatsby. So what sudo really comes down to is Unix, and it's also Linux. Your Macintosh is based upon a Unix operating system. Sudo. What is it good for? Now it's sudo because it stands for super user do, like Superman. Dun, dun, dun. Notice how I got that access denied if we scroll back up here. And where is it? We do not have the permissions to access this file. I got exactly that inside of my CLI or my command line interface. So what it basically does is, this is like the greatest page I could find at linuxacademy.com. If anyone who works there, by the way, give them a huge thumbs up because this is an awesome page that I found. If you prefix sudo with any Linux command, which we did on the left-hand side, it runs with elevated privileges. I love that phrase. This is like some awesome page. And my favorite piece is this little picture which sums up what sudo does. Make me a sandwich. What? Make it yourself. As in, nope, not gonna work. Sudo make me a sandwich. Okay. So what we just did is what this little picture shows up. So every so often, if you try to run an update, now this has also happened with Netlify, with GitHub, with Google Firebase, and now it just showed up with Gatsby, that you have to run a sudo update because it is a global installation also. If I come up here, that little G stands for global, And 9 times out of 10, that global will not run without sudo. So if you're ever stuck and you're just like, oh my God, I don't know what I'm doing, this is running error messages. If it pretty much tells you, and this is why I love literally CLI, because it just tells you what's going on. It's going, you know what? It is likely you do not have permissions to access this file as a current user, which means I have to give it admin access, or I call it super user. And what that does is allow me to say the word sudo, and now everything worked fine. There's a few warns in the babbles, but pretty much success, we have a winner. And that's what sudo does on the Macintosh. I'm passionate about teaching designers how to become better web designers by learning how to code. And my first 2 courses are up on my website at courses.adesignerwhocodes. These 2 are all about Gatsby. If you're brand new and you've watched these Gatsby websites, you're thinking, I want to learn how to use Gatsby. Well, this course is for you. How to set up, build, and deploy your first Gatsby website will take you from start to finish on building your first website. If you want to take it a step further, then how to build a blog in Gatsby.js goes through not just the beginner, but more the intermediate usages of Gatsby. So if you are looking to better your web skills, I encourage you to take a look at these courses, sign up, and become a better web designer by learning how to code in these first 2 courses about Gatsby.js. Once again, I'm Haydn Adams with A Designer Who Codes.